Good morning, beautiful souls. Morning for me, at least. I thought it's time that maybe I introduce myself and what my channel will be about. So I wish I could tell you that it's just going to be about one thing, it's going to be consistent, and this is what to kind of expect. But let me just start off by telling you it's not going to be that. It's going to probably chop and change around. I guess the one thing I can give you is that it will likely all be themed in spirituality and magical things, because that is where I thrive and that is usually what I feel called to share. So, and I am very much going to be guided by my intuition. So you're not going to see, probably not going to see like a weekly this from me or a monthly that from me. It's going to probably be quite random, and I feel like my first reading quite speaks for itself. That was a random guided reading that was that came to me in, well, it was made in several parts. I'm not sure I want to edit videos yet. I think I just want to keep it real and raw. There is a very very high chance that my baby will be popping up in these readings. Ouch, because I am a single stay-at-home mum, so he's going to be around. Either you're going to hear him or see him a bit at some point. I do usually do these things at night when he's asleep, but then there's times like now where he is boisterous and around. So yeah, I definitely use a lot of tarot. It's probably my main divination source. I do a lot of bath rituals, so I can. Soon I will be creating a herb garden so that I have access to all of the herbs that I need, and I can just go and pop them in my bath. Little side note there, I've actually got everything I've wanted to use actually just naturally grows around me, like dandelions in the front yard, good for releasing anger and stress. Rosemary I keep getting given. There was a thriving rosemary bush in the old place I was at, but I'm no longer there. But I keep somehow getting a lot of rosemary, so that's good. Rosemary is probably my favourite spiritual herb because it, like the clear quartz, it can be attuned to any herbal energy, you know. So I find that pretty cool. I've got lavender that grows at the front and the backyard of my house as well, and there is wild sage that grows just a little bit down the road too. So I just have to go for a little leisurely walk to get, or just walk outside my front or backyard to get a snip of things that I need, which I find super helpful, which I always use for my bath rituals. Sometimes I will feel called to throw away what I'm using. Other times I will feel called to put it up on the windowsill, dry out, to use again next time. I always make sure I listen to whatever I'm called to do. Sometimes it's half-half. Like recently I did a bath ritual where half of the herbs ended up behind me and half of them were in front of me, and the message I got was to throw out what's behind me and put what's ahead of me up on the windowsill. So I did that, and I feel like that was a good idea. Yeah, so I also, I'm interested in a lot of things spirituality wise. I am learning astrology, very much a beginner in that aspect. I'm currently studying that. So I'll probably talk about that, and I do try to work with the magic of the moon where I can, which is a big part of where I learn my astrology too. I try to make a point to listen to my intuition. This has been a recent thing for me, and the only thing I know is when I don't listen to my intuition, things don't end up great. Whereas when I do listen to my intuition, things are magical. They're weird, they're funny, they're strange, and it's just, and you know, coincidental synchronicities. It's just listening to my intuition always turns out well, and not listening to it does not. Now sometimes I can't tell the difference between my intuition and my inner conflict. So meditating is something that I've been doing a lot more lately, and something I want to do a lot more of, because it's really helping me connect with my intuition. And also, the more I've been listening to my intuition when I know it's my intuition, the more I can trust in it, and not the louder it is, but the easier it is to distinguish what it is, you know? So, yeah, I'm going to be sharing with you whatever I feel called to share with you on my journey. And this is my introduction to let you know to expect spirituality, but you don't know what to expect specifically. Yeah, it could be anything. I could be coming at you with something astrological. I could just be coming with channeled guidance. That's been something that's recently been popping up for me, and it's something that flows when I'm doing readings. I only feel called to share reading with you guys when I am just getting flooded with messages, and it's like, or like, okay, that's not the only reason. Sometimes the messages are just so strong, and it's like, share this. I'm done, and I'm like, share this, and I'll share it, and then I'll get new information as well when I'm sharing it. So that also helps, I guess, deepen the reading as well for me personally. And yeah, so I'm not going to be doing like pick a cards like your regular YouTuber, which is something I did want to do, but I just feel like that's not going to be right for me. And I feel like I need to bring something innovative to the table. And I feel like this would be it, which is, kind of vlogging, kind of guiding. I mean, maybe it's not totally original, but I don't care. It's what I'm being called to do, so it's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to question it. I have a lot of Gemini and Virgo energy in my chart. Well, I'm a Gemini rising, and I've got a few placements in Virgo, so I can very much talk myself out of doing things with very practical and logical reasoning, and that does get in the way of my intuition a lot. So I guess one thing I can say for sure with this channel is expect the unexpected, and I can't wait to see more of you and whoever chooses to come around and stick around.